to study session 7, Methods and Techniques of Career Information Services. Introduction. A number of techniques have been used over the years by counselors to facilitate students' career development. These techniques describe both the role of occupational information in career work and the ways in which they can be used. In this study session, you will learn about occupational information and some of the results expected from use of career information. Learning outcomes. At the end of this study session, you should be able to 1. Discuss occupational information. 2. Enumerate some of the results expected from use of career information. Occupational information. Occupational information is defined as facts about job for use as vocational guidance or a description of man's work and its related conditions and information about the world of work. Some of these methods and techniques are described below. 1. Work visits. One of the oldest forms of career education is sending students out of school to visit workplaces. Work visits aim at widening of knowledge and aspirations about occupations. Work visits should be directed to the achievement of the requirement of occupation. To obtain the best results in any visit, it will be necessary to prepare the students before they set out on the visit. It is advisable to have knowledge of what is to be seen during the visit. A job study questionnaire could be designed to draw the attention of the group to certain points that they may wish to consider when they undertake their visit rather than for them to do so on return. The occupational establishment or educational institution to be visited should be sent an advance copy of the questionnaire after the date of visit must have been confirmed by the institution or occupational establishment. During the visit, the following points could be considered. Name and address of the occupational establishment or institution. Geographical location, state, local government, town. 3. Aims and objectives of the institution. 4. Careers or courses offered. 5. Nature of work. Does it involve traveling and how often? Working hours? What does one do in the job? Type of materials one works with. Work environment. Kind of surrounding, for example, temperature, noise level. Working with others on equal level or above other. 7. Employment prospects. Are the workers in demand? Is demand increasing or waning? 8. Qualifications for entry. Education or training preferred or required. Length and cost of training. Essential experience. Personality required for the job. For example, age, sex, height and weight. Physical requirements. For example, good vision, hearing. 9. Prospects. Advancement opportunity, promotion and rate of pay. Steadily rising income, continuity of income. 10. Recreational facilities. 11. Medical services. 12. Trade union. 13. Contacts and further information. Name of individuals and addresses or organizations that can give more information. Visit should be followed up as soon as possible while the experience is still fresh in the minds of the students. The simple way to conduct follow-up is to hold a brief discussion and attempt to draw conclusions. 2. Work experience. Work experience is a technique in which the students actually do a job under as nearly as realistic conditions as possible, but without payment for their labor and not necessarily in an occupation which they ultimately hope to enter. It should be stressed that work experience is not an attempt to find jobs for students, but rather it is an attempt to widen the horizon of students and ease the ultimate transition from school to work. Work experience can consist of anything from one day at a place of work to as much as a week or even longer. It usually involves students turning up at the workplace at workers' starting time and remaining there for the entire working day. It is hoped that work experience would have impact on the vocational thinking of the students. According to GAF 1973, work experience aims at the following: A. The experience gained by rubbing shoulders with working world can give a clear insight into careers and occupations. B. It can help to develop confidence, personality, and increase awareness of one's responsibility as a young citizen in the community. C. It develops a sense of regularity, punctuality, responsibility, and knowledge of the world of work. It enables the pupils to have an insight into the stresses and tensions that may be experienced in the transition from school to life. The selection of students to undertake work experience may vary from school to school, and does so the timing of such schemes in the student's education. In some situations, it is advisable to first, send students out when they are in primary 6. Second, at the end of junior secondary, as education of most students may terminate at this level. Third, during the penultimate year of secondary school, which coincides with Gymbods and super exploration stages of career development process. It is important that experience should be arranged for the students that will facilitate their progress through primary, junior, and senior secondary schools. In other words, work experience should form an integral part of school pupils' general education. 3. Careers Conventions. According to Ipaye, 1983, Careers Convention is known by various names. Some people call it Careers Day or Careers Conference, while others call it Careers Forum or Careers Symposium, Career Week, and so on. To create a situation in which parents can, on the one hand, meet employers and discuss the opportunities they offer, and on the other hand, meet the career teachers and the careers officer with whom they can exchange views and ideas. In the opinion of the author, Careers Convention, properly organized, can be a potent factor in motivating students to aspire to higher achievement, and it can help subject teachers to see the relevance of their subjects for specific careers. Careers Convention can take the following forms: A. One whole day, half day, or several evenings. B. A complete Saturday. C. A series of small events on related professions such as engineering, construction, health services, finance, and so on. D. Exhibition with man stands. E. A series of formal lectures in the school hall with exhibitions and displays in the background. F. Evening activities limited to parents, the students being in attendance during the day. Planning and preparation for the convention need proper organization and follow-up in the class if students are to get the maximum benefit from it. The careers counselor is advised to take the following steps. 1. Consult with the principal on every step taken in the preparation for the convention and make sure he secures his consent before he starts to implement the program. 2. Decide on the type of convention and amount of room and seating available. 3. Prepare students for what is going to happen. For example, students can be given advance copy of the list of occupations represented and encourage them to select not more than 3 which they are interested in. A. Setting students to write an essay or complete interest, inventory or checklist questionnaires on the kind of information they want about careers can be used in clarifying their mind about the sort of questions they can usefully ask the speakers. B. The Bakare Vocational Interest Inventories can be used to supplement the questionnaire. They can be scored to indicate some area of interest to enable career conventions to take place within the context of the profile. Compile information from the questionnaire and inventories to calculate the popular areas of interest. Consult other members of staff, getting volunteers for particular tasks. Approach prospective speakers at least 3 months before the event. Write at least twice and select dates. Resources for speakers can be drawn from state chambers of commerce, professional associations, for example, Counseling Association of Nigeria, Nigerian Union of Teachers, Manufacturing Association of Nigeria, COREN, and so on, National Directorate of Employment, National Manpower Board, Federal Institute of Industrial Research Office. 7. Decide whether the convention is to be open to students from other schools. 8. Inform Parent-Teachers Association of what is to happen and the extent of their involvement. 9. Write letter to speakers confirming dates. 10. Advertise convention day through posters and local newspapers. 11. Contact radio, television, and newspaper editors about coverage. Provide refreshment for speakers after sessions. 12. Video record all the activities to be kept in school. After the convention, an evaluation session will facilitate the consolidation of the learning which has taken place and will assist in the planning of subsequent conventions. Evaluation can be done through discussion with students or by giving out post-convention questionnaire. However, careers convention must not be regarded as a substitute for a career course or for occupational or work visits. In addition to periodic career convention, a career club could be organized by the students, which might bring interesting speakers to the schools who represent a wide variety of occupation. Audiovisual aids. The use of films, television, tape recorders, and other aids are probably of more value in career guidance than in most other subjects because they bring the world of work right into the classroom. The use of audiovisual aids will achieve a great deal if the careers teacher and the students participate actively, and no one will be merely a passive observer. Career films are very useful in stimulating thought, discussions, imaginations, and widening horizon. They provide an opportunity for portraying a realistic picture of the worker at his job. They also enable students to have a greater idea of job setting, tools and equipment the worker uses, and the products to which the worker's effort contributes. In order to achieve maximum benefit from the film show, the film should be previewed by the careers counselor, checking for technical and functional details and points of special relevance, summarized and presented to the class before they see the film. Students should be equipped with writing materials in order to make notes of points of careers of interest. The film should be discussed as soon as possible after it has been shown. The career master is advised to contact for further information on items and conditions for obtaining career films from A. Ministry of Information at state and federal levels, B. Ministry of Labor at state and federal levels, Ministry of Education Guidance and Counseling Units, Universities Department of Guidance and Counseling, Careers Council and Counseling Association of Nigeria, D. British Council nearest the location of the school, E. United States Information Service nearest the location of the school, F. Other industrial training institutions, G. Industrial Training Fund offices. The school needs a film projector to screen films hired or borrowed. A. Television. Counselors can encourage students to watch programs designed to help educational and careers choice. Counselors can videotape the programs for a repeat in the classroom during sessions. It is important that the counselor previews the recorded program before showing it to this class. A television broadcast can be followed up by a visit to workplace or educational institutions where students can see a first-hand example of the techniques and processes shown in the broadcast. B. Radio. A wide range of tapes can be assembled from selective radio programs on careers. Both the state and federal radio stations sometimes provide suitable materials for careers education, in particular by featuring items about available local industries and other occupational establishments owned by the public or private sectors. Careers masters and students can be invited to participate in discussion programs on employment aspirations and opportunities or debates on advantage and disadvantages of selected occupations. C. Photographs. Students can be asked to collect sets of photographs relating to local industries. These can be obtained from the Ministries of Information and Labor or the daily newspaper and periodicals. Many national newspapers now carry regular advertisements on career and job openings. They provide useful and up-to-date information about educational and occupational opportunities available in the country. A survey of the jobs advertised in the back issues of newspapers and periodicals over the past 5 years can provide useful information about the changing nature of the world of work vis-a-vis the occupational scene in the country. Results expected from use of career information. Dreyer, 1980, has noted that career decisions are only as realistic and appropriate as the information available and how it is used. It is assumed that those youths who use broadly based, current and reliable information will 1. Understand the range of career opportunities available at present and likely to be available in the future. 2. Realize career options might be acceptable and personally satisfying. 3. Allow the user to build lifelong skills in seeking and using career information for future decision and career changes. 4. Understand the educational and training possibilities that are available for immediate and future uses. 5. Realize those factors that influence shifts in occupational opportunities and adjust learning skills. 6. Become more informed, adjustable, occupationally mobile, and appreciative of the sociological and economic factors that influence the labor market in planning their future careers. 7. More fully appreciate the need for the basic academic skills to meet realistic current and future job requirements. 8. More fully appreciate and use opportunities for vocational education in their development plans. Summary of study session. In this study session, you have learned that 1. Occupational information is defined as facts about jobs for use as vocational guidance or a description of man's work and its related conditions and information about the world of work. 2. Some of these methods and techniques are described below: work visits, work experience, career conventions, and audiovisual aids. 3. Career decisions are only as realistic and appropriate as the information available on how it is used. This is the end of study session 7. Thank you.